Hi, so I'm here with a little review slash discussion, hair, on, I have no idea what the series is called, but The Beautiful Disaster series by Jamie McGuire, which is Beautiful Disaster, Walking Disaster, and A Beautiful Wedding, which is the novella, but I have the hard copy. So first, a little non-spoilery review, and I'm going to try and not let my personal feelings come across. Oh, no, I am going to. So the basic concept of this is about a girl who has a secret. These are new adult novels. It's about a girl who just went off to college, and she has a secret that she is trying to escape from her past, and she meets a bad boy, man whore guy in college who is a couple years older than her, and she's like, and he's like, and she's like, and then they become friends, and then, you know, things happen. And I will say that a lot of people really like these books. They think that the characters are really interesting, and that the story is compelling, and they really enjoy the books. And just so you know, the first one, Beautiful Disaster, is told from Abby, the girl's point of view. Walking Disaster is basically the same exact story, but told from the guy Travis's point of view. And then A Beautiful Wedding is told in alternating points of view. And I, however, do not like these books. I gave them all between like 2 and 3 stars. I think that it's a really unhealthy relationship, and yeah, so I'm not sure I would recommend them. Beautiful Disaster is probably the best one, just because the story actually did hook me. Like, I was curious to see where it was going to go, but the whole time I felt uncomfortable about what was going on and everything. Plus the, like, what they're running from and all of that felt a little small. Like, she was making this big deal about something, and what it was didn't seem like that big of a deal to me, or at least the way in which it was portrayed made it seem like not a big of a deal. So yes, that's the non-spoilery section, and now I guess I'll do a little discussion, because I feel like I need to explain why I don't like it, and I want to talk in slightly more specifics. So like I said before, I think that the relationship between these two characters is incredibly unhealthy, and I think that it could very easily turn into an abusive relationship, physically and verbally. I think the way that they talk to each other is really messed up. I think the decisions they make are incredibly unhealthy. They get married after knowing each other not a long time, and that can happen. Like, you can fall in love, and you meet someone very quickly and fall in love and live together for the rest of your lives. That can happen, but it doesn't happen often. It usually ends badly. Travis, in particular, reading Walking Disaster was a struggle for me. I couldn't stand him and his words, and he was just a fool. He would always say he was bagging girls, and that just bothered me. And then there was one time, I think I marked it, so let's see. Okay, so yeah, there's a scene where a girl makes a comment about Abby, and so he, like, the girl is sitting on Travis's lap, and he basically causes her to fall on the floor. And he, like, in his, like, internal monologue or whatever, says, my toleration for girls like Lexi only lasted so long. I had one rule: respect. For me, my family, and for my friends. Hell, even some of my enemies deserved respect. I didn't see a reason to associate longer than necessary with people who didn't understand that life lesson. It might sound hypocritical to the women that have passed through my apartment door, but if they carried themselves with respect, I would have given it to them. And that really rubbed me the wrong way. Like, I like the idea of it. Oh, it's just messed up. And then he says later, someone is like, I think it's Abby, is like telling him, I can't believe you treat women like this. And that's someone's daughter, and what if someone down the line, someone treats your daughter like that? And he says, my daughter better not drop her panties for some jackass she just met, let's put it that way. And then internally he says, that was the truth. Did women deserve to be treated like sluts? No. Did sluts deserve to be treated like sluts? Yes. And and it's not like he ever changes. Like, if that was his thought process in like, this is in like the first 50, 60 pages of the book, if that's how he felt here and then changed in the end, I could be okay with that. But he doesn't. He continues to feel this way, like, oh, she's different, like Abby's different because she was a virgin when you met her, and but he does treat her like a slut, like sometimes when she's with that other guy, what was his name? I don't remember. Oh my god, the way he treats her and the way he judges, the way she dresses and everything is just so many kinds of messed up. Then there's the whole violence aspect of the story, which, don't get me wrong, I like a good alpha male, but you have to do them in a good way. J.R. Ward, the Black Dagger Brotherhood, is full of incredibly violent alpha males, but I feel like the way she does it, it makes sense. The way Jamie McGuire writes it, it just seems hella messed up. So first of all, he fights, but he doesn't have to work out, he doesn't have to train, he's just amazing. He's just a god at fighting. I don't know. Whatever. That aside, he is constantly violent, like, and Abby encourages the violence, and he acts out just like a crazy child. And this book is supposed to, like, justify that behavior, but it didn't for me. Like, yeah, your mom died. Okay. It doesn't justify the behavior. And if anything, you would think that that would make him be more respectful to women and everything, but it doesn't. Then there's the whole marriage situation. So she proposes to give him an alibi for the fire so he doesn't get arrested for contributing to something that killed people. 1, not a good reason to get married. 2, really messed up. 3, you should be held responsible and accountable for the things that you did. And I feel like he just got off. Just, no. Like, that's so messed up. I don't know. And it really bothers me that her tattoo, this is like another thing, but like her tattoo that she gets is Mrs. Maddox. Like, it would have been okay, I feel like, if she had done Travis, but she did Mrs. Maddox. Like, that's who she is now. All she is his wife. She's no longer Abby. She's no longer her own person. She's Mrs. Maddox. And then, I don't remember if it was the novella or just the epilogue in Walking Disaster, but it was in the future, and they have kids, and they're so happy, and look at how far they've come, and everyone judged them, and that just reeked to me of Jamie McGuire got a bunch of crap from people who wrote reviews and commented on the first book, saying that it was unhealthy and dangerous. I know there was a Goodreads review that caused a crap ton of drama, and then I know I've also read a review on Dear Author that was pretty negative and pointing out a lot of things that I'm pointing out. If I can remember to do it, I will link the Dear Author one below. But so if you can check it out if you want. And I feel like Jamie McGuire was just like, well, I'm going to write an epilogue that's going to tell all of you people that didn't like these books that everything is okay because I wrote an epilogue. And it's like, yes, you did. And that's fine. And it's a book and it's okay. But this relationship is unhealthy. And yes, unhealthy people deserve love. And yes, people with issues, emotional issues or whatever it be, do they deserve love? Absolutely. Can they find love? Absolutely. Is love perfect? No. Does it have to be? No. But you could write it in a slightly more positive way. Books do impact people. There are people in the world who want a Travis Maddox in their life, and unfortunately, maybe in these books, he doesn't become abusive. He is this incredibly supportive, amazing husband. That may be the case, but in the real world, people like him don't turn out that way. People like him, 9 times out of 10, are going to turn into abusive husbands. And that's a reality, and the fact that he doesn't even get redeemed, I feel like they don't grow in learning that their relationship is dysfunctional. That would have changed everything for me. I would have loved that book. So I read historical romance novels, and a really popular trope in historical romances is the reformed rake, which is basically the man slut turned into a one woman kind of man, and he dotes on his wife and does amazing things. And I feel like that's what Jamie McGuire was going for here, but she didn't make the transition believable or make it complete, which is why I'm questioning the way the books ended. I don't know. I'm kind of afraid to post this review because I think it's really contrary to what pretty much everyone else thinks, but at the same time, that's kind of why I want to put it out there, is I want to put my thoughts on it and see if there's other people that agree. And even if you disagree, that is fine. Feel free to leave comments. Let me know what it is about the characters and the story that made you like it, because I mean, honestly, we are all different. We're all going to have different opinions on things. That's going to happen. But I want to know what it is you like. Like, what did you believe that Travis changed? Because if you did, let me know why. Like, I really do want to know why. Like, maybe my opinion will change if you point something out to me that maybe I overlooked it. Maybe I wasn't reading it the same way you were. And that is my review discussion / ranty thing about the Beautiful Disaster series by Jamie McGuire. Like I said, feel free to leave comments. I don't care if you disagree with me. In fact, that's awesome too. Like, don't be mean. Let me know. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.